Good evening. Many people who are out of work in the North East apparently don't know what employers are looking for. 1 in 9 people in the region is unemployed, and a new report says they often lack the right skills.
The study by the training provider Learn Direct found huge numbers even underestimate the importance of good communication skills, basic English and maths.
Well, our business correspondent Ben Chapman is here now to explain more about the skills gap. Ben.
Well, this survey throws up some really shocking differences between how job seekers and businesses think. It found that 88% of employers rate workplace skills such as good communication as a top priority, but only 9% of job seekers think they're important. On basic skills such as spelling, 56% of employers say good English is a top priority, but 59% of job seekers say they've been criticised for poor spelling in the past, and 24% of job seekers say they don't know how to create a good first impression. 42% of employers say the majority of people they interview fail to impress them. Now, last month we set up the ITV Business Club to find out about the challenges that businesses are facing, and they say this skills gap is one of them. Having the right people is crucial to moving a business forward, especially for small firms like Millennium Hardwoods in Shildon. But its managing director says many school leavers lack even the most basic skills.
We used to start young people regularly, and there was one chap, he couldn't even use a sweeping brush. Now you have to see that to believe it, but there's some people just can't do anything, and that has only started in the last 10 years. I don't see any signs of young people having simple ideas or their own initiative to do things. It just seems to be removed.
But those working with job seekers are more optimistic. The Hope Foundation in Middlesbrough helps people understand what employers want and how to achieve it.
What we are trying to do is reduce that gap so that job seekers can say, well, actually, I'm going to go and do a really good interview and sell myself really well, and I've give myself a good chance of getting this job.
For young people, it's often about unlocking potential. Mark Hunter left school at 16 with few qualifications, but he was offered training with a construction firm and 2 years on is now an apprentice fitter.
I probably was still being job seeking, applying for college, and just probably signed on the door because there would have been nothing else.
Today, we're welcoming Mark's employer, Esh Group, as our latest business club member. The boss says businesses must help schools to prepare young people.
We can see a big change in people once we spent a bit of time with them and sort of brought them around to our way of thinking and motivated them to get them up for work. They're taught and they're given qualifications at schools, but really what would help them achieve better grades, better qualifications, if they knew what the end game was, and the end game is work.
Ben, it seems ironic, so many people out of work, and yet employers still can't find the right people.
Yeah, absolutely. Businesses say, in fact, that this is one of the biggest challenges that they face. 140,000 people out of work, and yet I've spoken to companies who say they're now looking outside the region to find the right people. So what's gone wrong? Well, employers, a lot of them say it's the education system that's letting us down, but for many of them, like we saw there with Esh Group, they're realising that the only way to tackle the problem is to train people themselves.
Right, Ben, thank you very much. And if you're an employer or looking for work and you're affected by the skills gap, we'd very much like to hear from you. Do email us at pamanian@itv.com, or you can contact us via Facebook and Twitter.